All right, howdy, y'all. I say good afternoon. Well, I've been out here working hard on the shop all day, y'all. Been working on the carport, trying to get it going. And that carport, I think it's looking like I can probably make this work, y'all. You'll see that coming up in the video, but I think I can make it work. But I have been out here working in the shop. I'll give you a little sneak peek. How about that real quick? So look at there. And the carport's not laying down anymore, but a little sneak peek there. Some of the stuff I've been doing all day. I've got a bunch of video, but I just can't get anything out today. So I wanted to give you all an update, what's going on. And just kind of talk to you a little bit about what we're doing. You know, Mary's out there cutting trees down from the storm. We had like a couple out there by her tent that went down. I'm sure you'll see all that here over at Mary and Miley's Adventures. And she got some other cool stuff over there, so you're going to have to go over there and check out Mary and Miley's Adventures to see what she's up to. But I did have a good visit yesterday with Jeff Bobblehead over there. And been having some encounters with the danger, what do they call them? Danger noodles around here? I guess that's how David says it anyway, danger noodles. Yeah, had one that rattled me pretty good this morning, and then another one that just scared Shorty. It wasn't a bad one, but it scared Shorty, and you'll be seeing that on the video as well. The first one I didn't get that on video because I was more worried about getting rid of him before he got me. So you'll have to pardon my protection on that video. But that's why I went and got it, because I was afraid he might come back. Okay. So I ended up getting him out of here with no mishaps and no happenings, but it did rattle me a little bit, y'all, so I ain't gonna lie. Moccasins are not ones you want to play with, because normally they're pretty aggressive. This one here seen me, and he just kind of sat there and stared at me for a minute, and then as soon as I picked up a stick excuse me, as soon as I picked up a stick, he didn't want no part of that. But on the same note, I went and got some protection just in case he did decide to come back. So something in the shop here that he wanted real bad, or it was just had that smell and was looking for it. Well, I changed his mind about looking for it. So hopefully he won't come back anymore now that he's figured out that this is not a hunting ground. But yeah, this time of year, they are out now. So anyway, been working hard out here trying to get this going. I'm fixing to hang some lights up, or at least one big light. I've got the one out here, but you know, I've been saying I'm going to get it moved, but I had to get all this other stuff out of my way. And as you've seen right there, I've gotten a lot of it out of the way. Unfortunately, I cannot move them tanks by myself. So I need to gather up some help somewhere down the road. Somewhere, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I got to get some help somewhere and somehow make this happen. I really like to have them outside. You know, I only put them in here to get them out of the way for now, but I'd really like to have them outside. But now I can't get to them because of the carport down. I can't get to them with Bertha to pick them up and move them outside. So I've got to get some help somehow with that. And I don't know if I can get tow truck up in here or not because a lot of times I can just strap them to tow truck and drag them around that way. So I'm going to probably try that here in a little while. But right now I figured I'd take a break, come talk to y'all for a little bit and tell you what's going on. Shop is looking pretty good out there, even though I've got this corner here kind of cluttered up at the second just because of all the other stuff I've had to move around out here. But all that will be getting moved around and getting a new home here soon, which is pretty much what I'm going to be working on the rest of the afternoon. But it is kind of late in the afternoon, so like I said, I didn't have a chance to get in here and edit all this stuff. You know, as you know, I like to get the videos out daily for you if possible, so that you're up to date and real close on time wise. Other than that, we've been hard at it, y'all. So some bad news happened. And I say it's not really bad news, it's more unfortunate news. Is somebody sent us this nice AC unit for the barn, right? It was going to be big enough that it cooled everything down pretty nice. Well, unfortunately, it only worked for a couple hours. So basically, what happened is the FedEx guy, when he got here. Now I am going to defend the guy to a point, because he only weighs like 140 pounds soaking wet. This AC took Mary and I both all we had to pick it up and move it. So when he got here with it, I didn't know what it was. It was just a box sitting by the door, and he just rolled it out the door onto the ground. Well, come to find out, it was that huge AC unit. I didn't think much about it at first, and until I realized what it was, and then I thought, oh man, I hope this thing ain't damaged. Even though they're packed in pretty good, those pumps, the compressors inside them things are sitting on rubber pads, so they bounce around quite a bit. And when you roll one out like that, that'll happen. And evidently, a couple hours it went by and it was cooling good. Had the whole barn cooled down real nice, which was pretty sweet on an 85-degree day, 83-degree day. And so it was like, okay, well, this is going to work out good. And then all of a sudden, I started smelling Freon, and I seen oil and everything going everywhere, and that was it. It died. So now we're working on. Mary and I got it out this morning, and we put the window unit back in there, but it's only designed for like 350 square feet and not 1,600 square feet. To where that big one we had was designed for was 24,000 BTU. It's at 1,150 square feet. So. Like I said, it was doing great that first couple hours, and then it just decided it had enough, and then blew that line. Because, like I said, oil went everywhere, and I could smell the Freon blowing out. I could actually smell it, and then when I walked out the door, I could actually see it blowing out the back. So I knew right then it was done. So anyway, we're waiting on trying to figure out something with that, getting that replaced. So we're not sure how that's all going to work. If it's we've already contacted the company. They said to send it back, and they would send us another one. And but I'm thinking that somebody should hold FedEx accountable for that. And I'm sure the guy's just delivering packages. I mean, but on the same note, if he would have seen it was an AC unit and let me know, I would have helped him. I would have been more than happy to help him get it out of the truck. But on the same note, we don't know if that caused the damage or if someone loading it caused the damage, because FedEx is the ones that carry the heavier packages out here, to where UPS only carries the lighter stuff. So, you don't know, because it could have happened even in shipping. We don't know. So either way, it's bad. So unfortunately, that's what we're facing at this point. And we've got some 90-some degree days coming up here already. I was looking at my phone a little while ago, and it was saying 92 by Wednesday. So that's going to be super hot. And inside that barn, it's going to be a cooking hot. So surprising enough, it's about 80 degrees outside. If you step out the door there, it's about that out there. But inside this shop here, it's actually pretty nice. So I've got my squirrel cage. I brought it out here. I'm going to hook it up out here because it's got a real long plug on it. So I'm just going to mount it on the wall somewhere with my brackets and let it circulate some air and go from there. I think it'll keep this pretty nice in here. It is pretty open. So, I mean, for the most part, I think it'll keep it pretty decent in here. Maybe not on one of them 90-degree days, but it'll keep it pretty decent. Decent enough to where it's not in the direct sun and I'm not sitting there cooking, you know what I mean? Because, like right now, I'm sitting here in a t-shirt and it's actually pretty comfortable. It's probably 10 degrees cooler in here than it is out there. So that's pretty nice. And shelving-wise, yes, lots of shelving. I got lots to put up in here. And I'm trying to figure out, use what I can with what I have to make all this happen. And I just heard somebody coming down the road. Oh, that's Mr. Sean, back to good. Sounds like I need to go out there and grade the road again, because I just seen him hit a big bump and the car bounced quite a bit. So I probably need to get out there and grade that curve again. from that rain the other day. At least all my ditch over there is working very well with my pipe in that corner over there. So it's keeping everything dry on the property out here, at least on that corner, that side of the property anyway. Oh man, now Shorty's bugging me to get tires on get the e-bikes fixed so she can ride the e-bikes. She is loving out there hanging out with the chickens, but she still wants to be able to ride the bike around here. And I'm trying to not figure it out, but I'm trying to rig up a switch here soon for the four-wheeler so that it starts easier for her, so she don't have to worry about doing all that, and she can just do her thing. And of course the battery died again, so now it's not wanting to charge the battery. So I was thinking about getting another one of them little mini solar chargers, and plugging it in into the battery on the four-wheeler, so it'll maintain it and keep it charged. Because the charging system it's not putting out like it should on the four-wheeler, and it's old, So, and I'm not taking all that apart for that, I would rather just jump start it, because it'll jump start. Like, you can put the jump start box on it and it fires right up. So, like I said, I'm not sure if I want to go through all that, changing the stator and all that stuff in it. It's just not, to me, that's just not worth the time and trouble when it's just easier to start the battery, to put a little mini solar panel on the back rack or the front rack, and just leave it go with that, and it'll keep the battery maintained. I was doing that for a while, and it was doing good. And then I don't know what happened. I just quit doing it. So, it was one of them cheap $10. I think they're 10 or 12 bucks on Amazon for them little solar chargers like that. And they just plug into the battery, and they'll keep it maintained. It's just enough juice that the thing will run. Well, even if the battery goes completely dead, it'll run on that solar stuff. So that's a cool thing. So let's see what else we got going on. Oh, things are drying out slowly but surely out there, which is nice. So ain't gonna be long, and we'll be knocking it out. But we do have a pretty big project going on, fixing to start up over here at Jeff's. So go check out Bobblehead over there, Bobblehead Homestead, and we got some big work coming up over there. We are going to be taking Bertha over there and tow truck over there, and helping him get a bunch of his stuff set up and get to see some of my carpentry skills in action. Sorry about bouncing around there. Let's have it, just shaking my leg. Yeah, I think he even put the video out earlier today about some of the stuff that's going to be coming up. I don't know how many beans he spilled over there, if they call it spilling beans, or how many secrets he gave away over there, about what we're going to be doing. But we are going to be doing a bunch of stuff over there, and that's going to be very cool for him. I'm so happy for him that he's able to get some of that stuff done, and that I'm able to help him. Because as y'all know, last year, when I first got here, or when we first got here, it was super, super cold over there, and that's, not a winter that we're used to. So when I went over there and was looking at some of that stuff, I was like, God, I remember doing all that electrical and how cold I was over there and getting stuck over there and all that kind of stuff, and the snow and the mud. And I was like, man, that brought back some horrible memories. I mean, kind of fun on the same note, but yeah, more horrible than anything. As I remember, I just couldn't get my hands warm to save my butt. No matter what I did, my hands would not warm up. And even with my insulated overalls and heated everything, it still wasn't enough. So this winter, this past winter here, the 13 inches of snow, actually, it kept the barn pretty warm with the wood stove, and I wasn't horribly cold like I was last year. Last year, I think it was in the 0 degree area, somewhere right around there, because it was so cold. But anyway, getting back over there this summer and being able to do some of that will be sweet. So, speaking of Jeff, right there he is, and I'll have to call him back here in just a second. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end this now, and I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Actually, hopefully I'll have the video out for you tomorrow, and you'll see all the good stuff going on. So we'll see you then.